Okay, so welcome, guys. Tonight's topic we're going to be talking about in the nutrition webinar is metabolism. Okay, this is an important topic because what it directly affects is your energy. Okay, so tonight's topic is metabolism slash energy. So write that in your title, write that in your notes. So my name again, guys, is Rudy. Some of you may know, may not know. I've been a coach now for 10 years. I've been out in Los Angeles for over 8 years. I came back to Toronto doing the body transformation challenge, and I'm looking to get all you guys all healthy and fit and lean and the best version of yourselves here in 2016. This is my before after transformation. I dropped 6% body fat in that first Toronto body transformation challenge, and I'm here sharing you guys tips on how to be able to apply what I did in your journey and your transformation. Okay, so tonight's topic is about metabolism. What is metabolism? Why is that relevant? Why is that relevant to someone who's young? Why is that relevant to someone who's old? Why is that relevant to someone who's looking to gain muscle? Why is that relevant to someone who's looking to lose weight? It applies to us all because guess what? This is something that is an ongoing process that's happening in our body every single day. So metabolism it essentially refers to all the chemical processes that are happening in your body in order to sustain life. Think about how a big deal that is. Okay, metabolism allows you to breathe. Metabolism affects your ability for your blood to travel, circulation, to pump throughout your body. It affects your brain function. Metabolism affects the ability of your body to extract energy from your food. Think about all the different processes that metabolism impacts. It's a pretty big deal, okay? And so you guys who have been working with me, I thought I didn't mute out the lines. Before I mute out the line, Patrice, are you there?
Yeah.
Can you just quickly share with everybody, because I know you mentioned this to me, since you started on your meal plan, you notice an increase in your energy, correct?
Yeah.
So would you mind sharing with everyone what that looks like for you? Like how does that increase in energy look like for you? Because it's going to be relevant tonight.
Well, basically, usually when I go to sleep, I wouldn't usually get restful sleep, but after using it for a couple of weeks, I realized that I started getting some restful sleep. Like when I go to sleep and I actually wake up, I feel rested.
Isn't that the goal of sleeping?
Yeah.
Isn't it bizarre? How old are you now, Patrice?
41.
41. Okay, you're a spring chicken, okay? Now, isn't it crazy? Isn't it crazy that for 41 years you've gotten used to sleeping and not feeling rested the next day?
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy? Think about that though. It's crazy. And so thanks for sharing that restful sleep, your body actually recovering when you sleep. You're getting more energy in the day when you're awake, you're sleeping and you're resting when you're supposed to be resting. And so what does that result in? Did you lost how much weight did you lose?
5 pounds.
5 pounds. Was that from eating the saltfish? And I know you lost 5 pounds. I think if I recall from your numbers, you dropped like 3% body fat. You gained muscle, and all that's going to tie into tonight. Okay, I'm going to help you understand why that happened for you, Patrice, and for the rest of you guys here. So for the rest of you guys, my goal here is to help you guys increase lean muscle. Okay, in increasing lean muscle, you're gonna affect the body's ability to burn fat, and it's all gonna tie into tonight. So thank you for sharing, Patrice. So for you guys who have been working with me, we measured your basal metabolic rate. Okay, basal metabolic rate. That's BASAL. Okay, this refers to the number of calories your body burns in a day while it's at rest. So in 24 hours, your body burns X amount of calories while it's at rest. And so basically what this means is that your body burns so many calories to keep your organs functioning. Okay, that doesn't mean that you're exercising and whatnot. This means that you're lying on the couch for the whole day watching, I don't know what, the Olympics, and this is how many calories you burn. Okay, so basal metabolic rate is is affected, how that the number of calories you burn in a day is directly related to your body composition. So you want your basal metabolic rate to be high, okay? Make that note. You want that basal metabolic rate to be high so that your body's burning more calories in a day while you're at rest, okay? The reason why your metabolic rate will be low, and then if you have a low metabolic rate and now you have some saltfish or you have some food or you have some Chinese food or whatever, your body's not going to be able to burn those calories away effectively. Does that make sense? You want to have a high effective basal metabolic rate, and the way you increase your basal metabolic rate is through your body composition. Okay, so if you ladies remember, we talked about intelligent energy. I'm not talking about 5-hour energy. I'm not talking about having energy drinks. I'm not talking about drinking coffee. I'm not talking about drinking like sugary water. I'm talking about increasing intelligent energy. And this is long-term sustainable energy, okay, in your body. And how do we do that? Okay, your body basically is divided into 2 compartments. So write that down, 2 compartments, okay? And compartment A is body fat. It's the jiggly, okay? It's the jiggly. This is the compartment A is body fat and visceral fat, okay? So compartment A is the bad things, okay? Compartment B is everything else that is not fat, okay? This meaning your bone, your fluids in your body, your tissue, your muscle, basically everything that is fat-free, okay? Everything that is fat, remember, is in compartment A. Everything that is not, everything else is in B. There is no C, okay? If there's a C, we might have to check you into a hospital somewhere. So this is real simple, guys. Okay, you want to write this down. The size of compartment B determines your metabolic rate. So the bigger compartment B you have and the smaller compartment A you have, you will have a higher metabolic rate. To the point where your every pound that you have of compartment B burns 14 calories a day. Okay, so to give you an example, I don't have Patrice's numbers in front of me. Let's just say Patrice is 120 pounds. Okay, let's just say Patrice is 120 pounds. This is just a hypothetical situation here. Okay, let's just say Patrice is 120 pounds, and let's just say Patrice is this is bad Patrice, okay? This is very bad Patrice. She had cheesecake and saltfish and all the other bad stuff, some jerk chicken. I saw a picture, she was out at Caravana. I saw her on City Pulse. She was on the float and all that. And she's at 40% body fat, okay? Bad Patrice is at 40% body fat, okay? So if we take 120 pounds, multiplied by 60%, that's 72 pounds. So Patrice, out of 120 pounds of body weight at 40% body fat, 72 pounds is compartment B. Do you guys understand me? 1 + 1 = 2. And if we take 72 pounds, multiply that by 14, Patrice burns 1,008 calories a day. Okay? That's Patrice A. Patrice B is good Patrice. She's been taking her shakes. She's been eating clean. She's been having small meals. She's been drinking her water. She's been going to exercise 3 to 4 times a week. And Patrice B is 120 pounds also. However, she is at 20% body fat, much leaner than Patrice A. So if she's at 20% body fat, let's take 120 times 80%. That means that she has 96 pounds of compartment B lean muscle tissue in her. And if we take that number and multiply by 14, she burns 1,344 calories. Okay, so toned, muscular, and I don't mean that you're jacked up, Patrice, but toned, low body fat, high lean muscle, she burns over 1,300 calories a day. Patrice A, who's at 40% body fat, just had a bowl of barbecue chicken wings and whatnot, at 40% body fat, burns 1,000 calories a day. So do you see how your body composition now will affect the number of calories you burn, which will in turn be that much more efficient metabolizing fat in your body. It's a very, very simple formula here. I hope you guys get this. I hope you guys understand why I'm so focused on helping you guys build lean muscle here. I don't care if you're 100 pounds. I don't care if you're 200 pounds. I don't care if you're 300 pounds. The first goal I'm looking to do is to help you increase compartment B, period. This will help you live longer, stay vital. It'll help with every bodily function from this primary root cause. You guys get that? I'm not treating symptoms here. I'm treating the root cause. If I can help you increase your lean muscle mass, everything else will fall into place. Okay. So since reducing compartment A, since increasing compartment B is the best thing to boost your metabolic rate, one of the best things you can do to help do that is to strength train, okay, to increase your muscle mass. You will not build lean muscle. You will not gain muscle by walking a treadmill 6 days a week. You will not build lean muscle by walking your dog 5 days a week. You will not build lean muscle by chasing your grandkids around. Okay, you might build lean muscle by throwing your grandkids around, but not chasing them. You will not build lean muscle by chasing your husband around. You will only gain lean muscle, okay? Part A of that is by breaking down your deep muscle tissue that comes through strength training, resistance training, where you're pushing and something's pulling, or if you're pulling and something's pushing, okay? So the first thing that you got to do to help increase lean muscle is you got to exercise. You have to exercise. That's why I encourage you guys to come out to fit camp. That's why I encourage you guys, okay, to come out to do your push-ups. I know Patrice hates doing her push-ups, but I still on her about it. And not just her, but every other female in the fit camp hates working their upper body because they're all so weak upper body because they never trained their upper body. Do you guys get this? The only way you're going to get stronger, the only way you're going to build upper body muscle and strength is by training it, right? Carlos knows this. We were talking about this yesterday, right? Having the mental fortitude to push through that. So part A is to train, okay? Number one, you want to weight train or strength train at maybe, 3 times a week. And so guess what? If you don't have a gym membership, you don't know what to do at a gym, you don't know your way around on how to exercise, guess what the fit camps do? We do that for you guys at fit camps. We do resistance training with you guys along with cardio training, okay? So the first thing, do weight training at least 3 times a week. You want to also do cardio exercise because cardio exercise with resistance training provide the best benefits. So you need to have the best of both worlds. A lot of ladies like to run the treadmill, run the elliptical so they can tone their legs, tone their butt, but there's no substance underneath that. There's no strength. There's no foundation underneath that. You need to do squats. You need to do lunges with that, okay? So exercise is very important. And so when you do cardio, you boost your metabolism for 1 hour post-workout. So let's just say if you do cardio for 30 minutes on the treadmill and you're walking, or let's just say you go for a 30-minute walk in the park, right? Your heart rate will be at elevated. Your heart rate will be elevated for up to 1 hour post-walking. Okay, so you burn an extra 60 to 80 calories. Okay, so I know sometimes you guys go to the park, you get back home and your heart's still pumping, right, from your walk, and you're still sweating a little bit. That's, oh, that was a good walk. That was a nice little brisk walk. However, after sitting for a few minutes, the heart rate comes down. You guys follow me on that? So you don't sustain that metabolism after cardio. However, when you strength train, let's say you train legs. Yesterday at Fit Camp, we did legs. You're boosting the metabolism from doing a leg training, like an all-out leg training, can last up to 36 hours post-workout. You know why? Because you created so many tears in your muscle that your muscle's working round the clock to rebuild and stitch back and repair and recover all those muscle tissue tears. And that rebuilding process boosts and spikes your metabolism. You guys get it? So one of the things you guys can do to help boost your metabolism is to exercise. And I don't mean just walking the stairs. I don't mean just going for a walk, but actually do some resistance training. A lot of females are not used to that, but it's necessary. I'm not talking about lifting 500 pounds. I'm just talking to resistance train to your relative to your strength and your level, right? So talk to your coach. For you guys who are coming out to fit camps, that's what we're coaching you on, right? A side note here, sprinting has the same metabolic effects as weight training. The second suggestion I can give you guys is to make sure, without a shadow of a doubt, make sure you have your shakes for breakfast every single day. I've had this conversation with every one of you, I believe. Okay. Some people say, oh, I'd only take the shakes when I go on the days I work out, which is not advisable. Okay. Every single morning, you have your shake for breakfast. Okay. Reason being, these shakes packs in 4,000 calories of food in a 200 calorie smoothie that's going to feed your cells in your body and help your body repair and rebuild those muscle tissues. When your body gets broken down to its most basic form, you get broken down to cells, and now you're feeding all those trillions of cells with proper nutrition, cellular nutrition, to begin your day. Okay. What is not breakfast? Breakfast is not a carb or a sugar load. Make sure you have breakfast, this shake, within 30 minutes of waking up. When you have this first thing in the morning, you're going to find your metabolism picks up and you're going to be burning fat for the rest of the day, as opposed to trying to catch up for the rest of the day. Imperative that you guys got to get this. Okay. So not only on days that you train, every single day. Okay. Now, we talked about this. Tip number 3 to boost your metabolism. Every time you want to make sure you get the number of protein recommendations that you're supposed to have for the day. So for instance, if Patrice is 120 pounds, Patrice needs, based on her body weight, about 90 to 100 grams of protein a day for a female. Okay. You want to make sure that you hit that number. Okay. If your protein number every day is 90, make sure you're hitting 90, no less. You can have more, but not less. Okay. Because if you're below your number, you're losing lean tissue, which is you're losing compartment B. We don't want to lose compartment B. We want to add to compartment B. Okay. So have your protein with complex carbohydrates. If you guys can see the screen here, when you have protein with, okay, let me rephrase that. When you don't have protein and you just have refined sugar and simple carbohydrates, which is what most people, 90% of the population, what they have for breakfast, what they have for snack, what they have for lunch is sugar and simple carbohydrates. Okay. What is a banana? Don't answer this. A banana is simple carbohydrates. What is a muffin? It's simple carbohydrates. And what does that break down into in your body? Breaks down to sugar. What does sugar break down to when it's not burned? Fat. Okay. What is a croissant? Carbohydrates. What is a toast? Carbohydrates. What is cereal? Carbohydrates. Do you get the point, or do I have to keep going on here? What do 80% of the people put in their mouth? We're wired that way. We're genetically wired that way. We gravitate towards carbohydrates. When we get stressed out, when we go through a breakup, when we're going through external stressors in life, some people go for ice cream, some people go for fried food, some people go for chips, we just go for the bad stuff. What is the bad stuff? Let me say that again. Simple sugars and carbohydrates. Okay, what do most people have for breakfast? Simple sugars and carbohydrates. What is a peach? Simple sugars. What is a mango? Simple sugars. I know you guys were just a Carabana. What is a watermelon? Simple sugars. Oh, I just had a fruit. It's a watermelon. What does the watermelon provide for you? Pretty much nothing. It just cools your body down, provides you some sugar because it's sweet, but that's pretty much it. Okay? I'm talking about eating to provide nutritional value, not eating just to be satisfied. Okay? When you have simple carbohydrates, your energy spikes up and it drops back down again within 20, 30 minutes. You get an increase in energy, but then it drops off again within 20, 30 minutes. Okay. Now, if you have complex carbohydrates, which is like, say, whole oatmeal, brown rice, whole wheat pasta, the brown stuff, not the white stuff. Now your energy will go up and it'll sustain up to an hour. So you're a little bit better than simple by eating complex carbohydrates. Right now, you have about an hour's window of burning that energy. Okay. Now, if you have lean protein, now that looks like chicken, fish, lean beef, egg whites, soy products. Your energy now goes from up to 2 to 3 hours. Okay. Up to 2 to 3 hours. Think about that. Now, when you combine protein with complex carbohydrates, now that is over 3 hours. Your energy burn is over 3 hours with that. Do you understand now why whenever you've heard me say this before, when you have protein, make sure you have some complex carbohydrate with that. And that's the reason why. The carbohydrates deliver the protein into your muscles and provide that sustained energy for over 3 hours. Okay. If you find that you're getting hungry, okay, that's because you're not having enough protein. Plain and simple. Okay. So talk to your coach about that. Make sure you hit your protein number. Number 4, thermogenics. Now, I know that Patrice was asking me about this a couple of weeks ago, and this is what I recommended. Thermogenics. This herbal tea here is not the tea you get at Starbucks. It's not the tea that you get at Chinese grocery stores. It's much better than any of that. Okay. This herbal tea here burns 100 calories per half teaspoon. So I'm not suggesting for you to stop exercising. I'm suggesting that when you do exercise, when I go work out, when I'm doing my cardio, you see my bottle here, I always have the tea in my bottle, okay? Because what it does is it helps boost your body temperature. And when your body temperature picks up, it's a healthy way of boosting your energy and your metabolism, okay? So it burns 100 calories. It's a black oolong green tea blend and orange pekoe. And it's amazing. It's rich in antioxidants. It boosts your metabolism. It boosts your immune system. I have like three or four teas a day. It's the bomb. Okay, it's gonna help your body burn fat. Okay, and what is the total control? The total control basically is a supercharged tablet form of the tea. So if you guys people have long days and you have low energy, you know, some of you guys have like 16-hour work days. It's, you know, you need energy to keep going throughout the day. This tea and total control, I'm telling you, I have this before my cardio. I have this to keep me going through the day. It's going to help your body metabolize fat like crazy. Okay, make sure you talk to your coach. If you have an energy problem, first things first is make sure you're getting your shakes. Make sure you're getting your exercise. Make sure that you're getting your rest, and then after that, you want to look to adding some thermogenics in there, because it really makes a difference in terms of burning that fat off. Okay, so if you want to take your fat burning to another level, this is it. Like, okay, and we just talked about this. Make sure you're getting 6 to 8 hours of sleep a night. Okay, not 10 to 12, not 15 hours a night. Don't tell your husband, oh, Coach Rudy told me I should sleep all day and all night. I didn't say that. I say sleep 6 to 8 hours a night. This allows your body to hit the reset button every night so that you're beginning the next day 110% refueled, rebalanced, rebuild, recovered from the previous day's activities. Okay, you can't run. A lot of people are doing this. I'm not calling any names out, Amanda, but a lot of people are running their bodies into the grave. And I'm saying this and I'm looking you in the eye right now. You're running your body into the grave or into the ground. You're going all day and all night, getting 2 hours of sleep and working this, working that, doing this, doing that. And how long do you think you'll be able to sustain that for? Your body needs rest to be able to recenter itself, rebalance itself, rebuild itself every single day. Okay, and so rest is very important for people who are not getting results and are doing everything else right. My next question for them is, how many hours sleep are you getting a night? And then some nights 4, some nights, I don't know, the baby keeps me up. And it is what it is, but make sure you get your 6 to 8 hours of sleep. And what I'm talking about is that deep REM sleep, that rapid eye movement sleep, where you're actually just knocked out. Okay. When I sleep, I knock out so good. I slept through earthquakes in LA. Okay. I wake up the next morning, I see picture flames on the floor. I see my cupboard, my closet knocked over. Like, oh, dang, maybe there was an earthquake last night. That's the kind of sleep I'm talking about. Okay. Not power naps. Okay. Okay, good. So that's all I have for you guys tonight in terms of tips on how to boost your metabolism, why that's a very important and relevant topic for you guys, in terms of energy and building lean muscle mass and tying all those dots together. I hope that was helpful for you. I'm going to unmute the lines here. And do you guys have any questions? Was that helpful for you, ladies and gentlemen? Like in terms of why, which came first, the chicken or the egg? Right? Why do I have more energy and why do I have more muscle? Do you have more muscle you have more energy because you have more muscle? And our goal here is to help you guys build lean muscle and not just to help you guys look thin and drop the weight. All right. So is that helpful? Any questions, guys?
Yeah, I got a question, Rudy.
You cannot ask me any more questions. You used up all your quota for the night.
Nobody asked.
That's okay. What's your question?
So, do you have to have the tea and the pill, or it's one or the other?
I would recommend the tea. It's one or the other, depending on your habits. Because some people don't drink enough, right? So people who don't drink enough water, I recommend the tea because that forces them to drink, right? Some people they drink enough water and it's easier for them to take a tablet. It works either way. I take both, and so that's why I'm always high on energy all the time. But you don't have to take both. Like it really works. Like I'm telling you, really. I've had people that drink like 12 cups of coffee and never been able to get off coffee when you know coffee is not good for you, right? So eventually they say, okay, let me try the tea. And they love the tea, and they never had any migraines. They didn't have any issues weaning themselves out of off the coffee, but the tea gave them so much energy. They go, I get these messages from my clients. That, Rudy, I don't know what's up. Like I spent all day cleaning the house. Now I'm cleaning the garage, and I'm not going to sleep. Like I just have all this energy. It makes a big difference for you guys. For you, and so it's either one or the other. One is not better than the other. Both has its benefits for you.
Okay.
Okay. Any other questions? Any comments? Anything that jumped out for you guys tonight?
I just recently learned about
Basil.
basal metabolism. It's a resting metabolism.
Yeah.
I always knew about it, but I never knew there was a word for it. So thank you very much for that. So I understand that I do burn calories while I rest.
Yep.
So it's just a matter of getting on top of that by maybe and I think I do this automatically, subconsciously. I always like to go to bed with a full stomach so that while I'm sleeping or while I'm resting, I'm burning something instead of nothing.
Okay, so I'm going to give you a piece of advice there. That's a great question, guys. That's a great comment for Carlos. So this is beyond the scope of tonight's training, but it's a great point that he brought up there. And I'm going to give you a tip on that. Okay, Carlos, is a lot of times people say, "Oh, I have something right before bed," right? Because that's going to keep my stomach going, my metabolism going, my digestion going while I'm sleeping. There is a balance to that. Okay. Yes, you want to eat something before bed, but I'm not talking about eating chow mein before bed or having a slice of a pizza before bed. What you should put in your body, if you guys want to write this down, this is not tonight's training, but what you should put in your body before sleep is protein and good fats. Okay. Protein and good fats. Notice I didn't say carbs. Okay. A lot of times when people are out late and they're going down the street, they're going to get like a Burrito Boys or a 24-hour or a Chinese restaurant, right? The reason why you don't want to put carbs in with at night is because you don't want to risk those carbs not getting burned out while you sleep, okay? And that's going to show up in the morning as fat, okay? And secondly, when you eat too much before bed, and you have a heavy meal before bed, I know a few people have problems with this. You may fall asleep, but your body's actually working overtime to break down those foods. Okay, so you may sleep through the night, but you're gonna wake up the next day tired. Okay, you're gonna wake up the next day burnt out and tired because your body just spent 8 hours burning off that seafood chow mein that you had. Okay, so what I recommend for people, if you want to have a snack, you're gonna hate me, you're gonna laugh at me for saying this. I have a shake before I go to bed. I have a shake and I put a scoop of ground flaxseed. What's ground flaxseed? That's omega-3s, right? So remember, protein and good fats before bed. Why is that? Because the good fats will allow your brain to relax. Your brain fuels on omega-3s. Okay, so you get the omega-3. It's going to allow your brain to relax and have that restful sleep. And you want to put the good fats in with the protein, so your protein will allow your body to also still recover and rebuild overnight. But you want to stay away from anything heavy or greasy right before bed. Okay, When I say good fats, I say good fats. I didn't say like deep fried calamari or anything. Stay away from greasy, heavy foods because you're going to find that your body's going to work overtime to break that down while you're sleeping. Okay, try that out, Carlos, and let me know how you feel. You know, have something before bed. Okay, don't go to bed hungry. The worst thing you can do is go to bed, and your stomach's going. Have some protein, have some good fats. You know, you can have like, you know, Greek yogurt. You know, is a protein source. Some almonds. Lately I've been eating some nuts before I go to bed. Right. So those are good options for you guys also, but stay away from anything heavy. Okay. That's a great point there, Carlos. Okay. Any other questions before we wrap up? I hope that was helpful and useful for you guys.
One more question, Rudy.
You just said that 10 minutes ago, girl. I'm just kidding. Go ahead.